Hi YouTube! So we have a tanglewood, I can't remember what it's called, a jetstream JV. So I've had one of these in before. It was, I'm not sure, I'm sure I had one called a Beretta, or that might have just been a neck. I do remember having a neck with a headstock. Oh, the headstock wasn't quite like this. See, it's got a sort of German carve on it. It's quite cool. The other ones definitely didn't have that. I think they were a lower range guitar, but I definitely had a neck that was twisted. It was an all maple thing. It was really thin, I seem to remember. So I just got this in for a wee bit of work. My friend bought it and dropped it off on his way back from Kirriemuir because he was at the AC/DC week, because that's where Bon Scott was from. If you've seen the pictures of me with the Bon Scott statue, that's where it was. Yeah, so I mean, it's a really cool colour. I don't know, I don't really have a white thing. To have something that's white. What's white? Toilet paper white. Yeah, it doesn't. There, see, you can see it's not white. It's very much cream. I think it looks phenomenal. I really like the look of this guitar. It's got it all. Yeah, so pretty much a standard Strat neck, 22 frets. I see there. It's got the fret markers I was talking about before. You can't really see them because of the light in here. I should really close. It's a sunny day. I don't really want to be closing the window, but okay, it looks better in the video. Yeah, so I've done a little bit of modding to it. I don't think these are the original pickups for this guitar. They had braided wires on them, and I don't think I've ever seen Strat pickups with braided wire on them before. Maybe. I was going to see if there's a wee... I don't know what I did with the bits that I cut off to show you what braided wire looks like, but you should know what braided wire looks like. It's not modern wire, not plastic wire. It's like a central core and then a sleeve, and then it's got a meshed, braided outer to it, which made it a little bit difficult. I had to heat shrink all the wires because I've done silly things in this. It's got a 2-point bridge, but there is no trem. It needs a thicker bar. So I think the ones I've got are maybe 5mm. I think it might be like a 5.5 or a 6mm bar. So I've just got it set hard to the body. Oh, not quite hard to the body actually. Just slightly off the body. But Alex, if you can find a trem arm for it, I'll bring it over and I'll set it up. It'll only take 2 minutes. Well, 10 minutes. Well, 15 minutes if I talk, which I will. So 15 minutes. But there's no point in having it floating just now. But it turns out to be really good. I had to replace a bit of this tuner which was broken. Nut, good. Frets, good. Just give it a bit of a polish, bit of a clean. I can't remember. The wiring sort of worked. It was just a bit intermittent. It just needed cleaned up, really. So I've done the Dave Gilmour 50s mod switch, whatever it is. So when this tone control is, when it's up full, it's not doing anything. It's not a tone control. When you turn it down all the way and you're on the bridge pickup, it turns on the neck pickup. So, and if you're in the middle position, it turns on the neck pickup as well. So basically the extra sound you get is the Dave Gilmour outside 2 coils. And okay, you've sacrificed having a tone control for the 2 knobs. This is now just a master tone that does the lot, which I think is a worthy upgrade. It's easily reversible if you really wanted to. This is my Brian May switch. So when it's down, it's off. When you pull it up, it stacks, cascades all the pickups together, and because this one's a different wind from this, you end up with a humbucker, and then you end up with a triple bucker. I'll show you that. Tone control, not really much else to it, really. These pickups are Nico, as in they don't have, the magnet stuck to the back of them. It's the actual pole pieces that are magnetic. I think that means it's Alnico. I wonder if that's what the V stands for. No, I decided that I don't think these are the original pickups because there's a foam block on the back of the bridge pickup, which would normally imply that it was mounted in a guitar, straight into the body. You put a foam block on it and then you screw it into the body, rather than having its springs coming out a scratch plate. I can't think of any other reason why there would be a foam block on the back of it unless these came out of another guitar. I don't know. There's no brand obviousness to it. But here we go. So playing through the orange TH30, there is a reverb pedal on. So bridge pickup. Kind of sounded like what I did was I tuned the guitar and forgot to tune the E string. The strings are just on it. This is me basically testing the guitar to see if there's anything else I need to do to it. See, a normal person would just start the video again. No. Make you listen to me tuning it. So I can get used to that tuner, which gives you a red light when it's in tune and blue lights when it's not. It doesn't seem right. And for some reason, I'm really used to, you know, having different headstock arrangements. I'm really used to having different headstock arrangements, but on this one, I keep going there to get to the G, because I think just because it's a Strat, sort of. So it's got some funny things going on. This horn is incredibly long, which makes, so what you're seeing when you're looking down, you're kind of looking at the 9th fret, whereas on a Strat, when you look down, you're kind of looking at the 12th fret, so the neck feels shorter, but basically what it is the strap has moved from there to there from, if it was in a Strat there, which just shunts the whole thing that way a little bit. It is standard scale and everything's where it should be. It's just an optical illusion. When you look down at it, you think, oh, the headstock seems very close. Normally it's a little bit further away. Just makes it a little bit different. Yeah, so there's the bridge pickup. And then if I turn down this middle knob, that's you got your Dave Gilmour sound, which is it's one of those things that a Strat should have. Technically it's variable as well. Then position 2. Sorry, that's not really position 2 because I've got this middle knob down, so that's all 3 pickups on. Whereas if I turn this back up again, now it's just position 2, which is just these 2. Middle pickup on its own. Never play that. Position 4. And then neck pickup. Customary check, make sure the tone control works. Yeah, so I'll move on to the Brian May switch, which basically if you're in the neck position, this is what the Brian May switch does. So there's your neck pickup. Off. Just the neck pickup. Triple bucker. I'm going for that. Brian May's guitar can do that, hence why I changed the name from Cascading Mega Bucker to Brian May Switch. I'm sure he won't mind. And then if you're in the middle position, you get these two as a humbucker, so you get like a bridge humbucker. Bridge single, bridge humbucker, triple bucker. These things make more difference with bit the gain. So rack pedal on, Bridge pickup. Middle position. Triple bucker. Yeah, so the way it's wired, you can't be Dave Gilmour and Brian May at the same time. You've got to choose, really. So basically, when you're using this in the Brian May mode, this tone control, you can do the middle knob doesn't affect anything. Yeah, because all it's really doing is bypassing the switch, putting the neck pickup on. Fat! I just think that's an amazing mod. So I'm kind of blowing one's own trumpet a little bit there. Because that does not sound like a Stratocaster. This does. To be honest, I was kind of put off with these. I had, if you look up my videos, I did have one called something, which was this shape, but it was a cheaper one in the range, which I thought was fantastic. And then I got that neck that was twisted, but I didn't have the guitar. We don't know why that neck was twisted. You think, oh, they've all got twisted necks. It could have been left, you know, outside in the sun or underwater or anything to get twisted. Don't know. This neck is spot on. I did check the truss rod and everything before I did any of this work, in case it was a goner. But no, I'm very impressed with this guitar. I really like it. The colour has probably swayed me a little bit as well, although the one that I had before, this is a few years ago, was grey, and I really liked it as well, but the cream, and it's that shade of cream that I don't think you can get in a new guitar. I think it's got to be 20, 30 years old. There's no serial numbers in this. I'm going to guess. My rat pedal's really noisy these days. It's not the guitar. That's the guitar off. Yeah, I'm going to say 90s. Well, 90s is 20, 30 years old. Yeah, so something round about there. Tanglewood are one of those companies that nearly all the Tanglewoods you see will be the entry-level one, because those are the ones that sell. You know, if you're knocking out Strats for £120, people are going to try all the guitars that are that kind of price new, and then choose the one they like. So that most Tanglewoods are the lower end ones. That doesn't mean they didn't have higher end ones. You know, this was never a £120 guitar. This would have been, I'm going to guess, at 300 odd, maybe even more than that. You just tend to find that when people buy, when these companies make the guitars, they make 10 of the cheapest one for every 2 of this one, and then, you know. Yeah, so I'm trying to cut the length of these videos down. I'm also trying to talk a bit slower, because just this week I've had like 3 or 4 messages with folk going, why don't you speak English? And you're just, how come I managed to go to America and apart from one time in a shop when I asked for a mirror, everyone understood every word I said, no problem whatsoever. Then I go down to London and it's like, no, I don't know what you're saying. Oh, speak properly. You know, I don't really understand. I think it's racist. But anyway, whatever it is, you realise if you talk to me for 5 minutes or listen to me talk for 5 minutes, suddenly it's like a translator comes in and it becomes obvious what I'm talking about. I do occasionally use intentionally Scottish words like scoosh and wheech and things like that, but I am. All the consonants and vowels are there, just at a lower register. Not up here. I'm talking down here. Think of me as a baritone. I can't remember how to play that Manowar song, but you shouldn't be able to play Manowar on a Strat, and on this you can't. So I just think that the Gilmour mod is the easiest one to do on a Strat. That gives you the 2 outside pickups. So if we go turn it off, bridge pickup, Gilmour mods. Which I think is such a useful, and should definitely be, if you're just deciding you want a wee shot of trying to mod a guitar yourself, that's the one to do. I do have it on a pot here, but I could easily put it on a switch instead. All you're doing is taking where the pickup goes onto the 5-way switch, and then basically hot wiring that to the output of the 5-way switch so it's always on. So that's what I'm saying. If I turn the volume on this one, which I wired backwards intentionally so that when you've got it up at full, it's just a Strat. Maybe a Strat with a master tone. But the cascading one, the Brian May switch, I do have it on a switch here, but you can put it on a push-pull pot if you want, and then it's completely reversible. Oh, it's completely reversible anyway, but you're left with a hole where I drilled a hole to put this wee switch in. It's just that I kind of like having a switch. People ask, it's like, what does the switch do? Is that a coils tap? And you go, how can it be a coil? How can it be a coil split? These are all single coils. But as usual, my favourite mods are to take a guitar with humbuckers that's meant to be like a Les Paul and give it Strat sounds, or take a Strat and give it humbucker sounds. Just make it do what it's not meant to do. But it still does what it still 100% does exactly everything a Strat should do, apart from if you're going to argue that, oh, but I like to have a separate tone control for these 2 pickups and no tone for that. It doesn't do that anymore. It's just got a tone control that does the lot. But you're not really missing out on anything. Then it's the other new sound. But these things, this sort of thing is great for recording, especially if you're doing it at home yourself and you've only got one guitar. Having a guitar like this just gives you that ability to overdub an awful lot more, because you can use different sounds. You'll notice when I'm using my loop pedal, if I put in, or if you've got a loop pedal, bridge pickup up full, do your rhythm track, and then try playing over the top of it with the bridge pickup again, because they're both the same sound. They kind of mix together. So when you're going over the top, when you're overdubbing, use the neck pickup, and then you can hear it because it's a different frequency range. This has just got 5 to start with. 6, the outer 2. 7, all of them on. 8, these 2 wired as a humbucker. 9, triple bucker. So 9 sounds instead of 5. But not just an extra 4 sounds, an extra 4 good sounds. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, hate mail below. All of those 4 extra sounds that I've added are better than the middle pickup on its own. There, I said it. So the 5 sounds you get on a Strat, the 4 that I've added are better than one of them. And if I was putting the best sounds on a guitar, on this guitar in order, the last sound is that pickup on its own. The second last sound is that pickup on its own. So there you go. Read into that how you will. Rock on, like and subscribe, all that jazz. Catch you later.